Those suck. They're so cute though.
It's really crazy because I feel like I could stare at her all day.
I know. We're never gonna get anything done.
Well, I'm glad that I have to kind of take these 2 weeks to really not do too much because...
Unless you're on maternity leave and I'm on paternity leave.
Well, doctor's orders and all.
Yeah, but still, I don't want to do anything ever. Especially when she grabs, like, our little sunflower.
Hi, baby.
Our little sunflowers, look, she's blooming.
Say, Daddy, I'm trying to sleep. Don't wake me up. You're tickling my hand. Hold your hand, just don't tickle me.
Wrapped around her finger.
So Char fed her in this little makeshift baby feeding boppy bed.
She,
Say that one 10 times fast.
Wait.
Baby feeding boppy bed.
Baby feeding boppy bed. Baby feeding boppy bed. Baby feeding boppy bed. Baby feeding boppy bed.
One more.
Baby feeding boppy bed.
You're just gonna have to understand, for a while, it's gonna be all baby stuff, man. I mean, like, overloads of baby stuff because she's so cute, and every day we're just taking in, literally like taking in every little moment that she has and every little change that she has and every little noise she makes. Oh, I gotta tell you, yesterday was pretty funny. I think we changed her in a period of 20 minutes. I think we had to change her 4 times.
4 times.
We'd change her, bring her in the room, and she's like, hee hee.
I think I tickled her belly and she peed.
Yep,
that was
she
my
peed.
fault.
Another time she pooped at and we waited. We did everything, all these suggestions that you guys have for us, where you took your suggestions and ran with them. She was like, heh, just kidding, you're not going to bed yet. But she did pretty good last night with sleeping, which was really wonderful. I was still
cry
up.
As much.
No, it's a little hard at night to get her to go to bed, but she's been sleeping anywhere from 2.5 hour increments to 3.5 hour increments, which really helps me out a lot. But then when she's up for an hour, hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours, but that's okay. And then Daddy watches her a lot during the day, which really helps me.
Tag team. Also, she's a lot calmer during the day. So one thing they've told us is the first 2 weeks are pretty much practically the hardest. I shouldn't say the hardest, but it's the most challenging because you go from 0 to baby.
I thought we were boring before, those last couple of weeks where I couldn't really do anything. We were kind of a baby watch, and we had her, and now we are like, oh well, I have to recover, which I'm not supposed to be out doing too much, and then she's a brand new baby, so we shouldn't. Not that we shouldn't be out too much, but it's hard. For instance, yesterday, because we already had a baby backpack, thank God. Did we tell them we had a blowout at the...
Yeah.
Yeah. It was so bad. And I'm like, oh my God, can you imagine if I just forgot to...
All right.
Or if I didn't pack that before, because I didn't have an extra outfit in there, or I didn't do it yesterday. I had it in there from the hospital. It's such a change now because you're not thinking about yourself anymore. You're thinking about everything you need for the baby if a certain situation happens. Not even just thinking about the baby, you're thinking about all these other situations with the baby. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon and I realized I just spent the last 3 hours just staring at her, singing to her, trying to sing to her. And then I realized, I was like, oh, it's going to rain. We should probably take everyone for a little walk. Because the other thing that we start feeling so guilty for, and I think that's just because Allie and I's personality, is we start to feel like we're neglecting the animals, the dogs especially, because the cats do their own cat thing. But the dogs, they're so attached to us for, so long, and we started feeling really guilty about that. So we've been trying to figure out, how to balance that and make everyone happy without obviously Remy being the priority and everything. But what's good is that the dogs get along with her so well, so when she gets older, she could take care of them. She could pick up all the poop.
And I think they actually genuinely understand.
She's all passed out.
Yeah, so I took her socks off. Let this beach baby hang out.
Got a little airflow going. Rem, I'm gonna put you to work soon. You can start walking some of these dogs. Make my life a little easier than trying to do 3 at once. We're gonna read a really weird book, okay? This is gonna be a confusing one. I'm gonna read it to you now because you know why? It's not gonna confuse you because you're so tiny you won't remember it. Because it's the worst alphabet book ever. So you wanna play? Zoe's about to get a bath, so she's scared. Zoe's getting scared, so she's hiding under you. Let's skip through. D is for Djibouti. That's not a confusing one. J is for Highlight. I'll be honest, Rem, that one confused me for a very long time. I never knew how to pronounce that one. Here's the title of the book. P is for pterodactyl. Ptolemy, the psychic pterodactyl, struggles with psoriasis. That's pretty sad to get, isn't it? Y is not for why, even though you know people do that with text messages because they're lazy, and I do the same thing when I have 140 characters and I need to bring it down to 139 or whatever it is. I have to use Y and then I have to have U, even though U is not for you. I'm really boring, aren't I? Let's put this away. See, I totally bored her. If there was ever a contest for cutest baby in the world, good old Rem here would totally dominate. I tear up every time I look at you. Did I bore you again? I just keep boring you. Gotta go to the grocery store, get some food. Extra onesie. You ready to go? You can get whatever you want. Okay, never mind. Doesn't want it. So we got an extra onesie in there. We're not gonna screw up this time.
She loves it.
She loves the car. You know, that's what I'm realizing. Remy is a very good baby. Like, she doesn't really cry or whine. She'll do it when she's hungry, her diaper needs to be changed, or if she's bored. That's like literally the only time she cries.
Yeah, but it's not even long. It's like really minimal.
Gosh, you have so many keys on here, like a janitor.
Yours. Those are yours.
No, this is mine.
Baby.
These are yours.
You have my car key on there, but those are yours.
Yeah, these are mine.
My car key.
Allie always has so many This is how I actually hear where Allie is. Allie lost her expected mother's parking spot. Yeah, we're not expecting anymore.
What if you're expecting something, but it's not a baby? What if you're
Like
expecting something from a baby?
I think that's every day.
Diaper.
It's still really nice, so we thought we'd kind of come out here, pretend like we're playing some baseball. Take her to a baseball game. See who's playing? It's a great game.
Look at her, she goes. Sure, Dad.
Yeah, good game, right? We briefly have touched on a couple days that she is not even 2 weeks old right now.
So crazy that she's almost 2 weeks old. Like, so it's like that weird.
You know, the adjustments of being first-time parents, I think within the first week, first 2 weeks essentially, and the things that we've learned.
I was terrified to bring her home.
That was the first thing that they said too. They're like, "Are you ready?" And I'm like, "No." I've never ever really held an infant before. Babies, yes, but an infant, no. Something like this, never. So I was just getting on the car driving home. That was the most terrifying thing because, you know, we were driving like 3 miles an hour just to get home.
He was very nervous.
Very nervous. And Allie was driving and I was that nervous. You know, comes to like changing diapers and stuff, which is something I've never done. We did that video, remember? I was just acknowledge the fact that how creepy that is, that those eyes do that.
How do you hold a baby? But don't put the diaper in front of her face. She's a baby.
What am I supposed to do here?
Over here. Now you gotta wipe that all down.
Oh, I dropped her. I totally failed that video with the baby doll. So there's things like that. Now that I'm starting to do that, I'm starting to feel a little bit more comfortable. I think it's starting to come naturally. The handoff when Allie hands Remy to me. Transitions. That's really awkward. Now I'm actually crushing. I'm able to put her on my shoulder and go from side to side.
It really get scary becoming a parent. I thought I was scared being pregnant, but like raising her, like taking care of her. Whew.
This is something I've always wanted. I've talked about it, but I didn't know that I was going to be able to actually have this. And now that she's here, it's the most amazing thing. And it's terrifying at the same time. But I'm learning a lot about myself, about Allie, and about this little one. And it's a learning curve, but I'm loving it, and I'm scared the entire way. And I know it's just going to get scarier as she gets older.
So good.
I already told Allie that I'm not getting a shotgun. I'm getting a machete. So when she starts dating, which she's not, it's a lot scarier if the dad has a machete. Think about it. A shotgun would be like, okay, I get it, it's a cliche. But if he had a machete, you'd be like, what? This guy is crazy. No dating? Okay, that's a contract. That's a contract. Is that okay with you? But the adjustment really has become a little less threatening or like terrifying as things like progress. The greatest thing that I've ever been a part of, ever done, and it's never going to be topped. Huge accomplishment, and this one did most of the work. I just sat there. So
I mean, I always knew like what would come with like raising a baby and having a baby and like having to take care of a baby, but I'll be really honest, I was really scared, even though we have like our hiccups and like
natural instincts.
Yeah, and even though we weren't really sure if it was going to be like, we knew it wasn't going to be easy, but I was really kind of surprised at how quick we went into this like mom and dad mode with her.
Oh, we're faking it really well, right guys?
Our first week and a half of parents is honestly, it's been terrifying, but it's been so awesome too. And I think that, and I'm super impressed with her at her adjustment and how well she's doing, but I think we're doing pretty good. Parenting is scary. It is really freaking scary though.
And it's just begun. What? Go. I already know what you're doing in there. and you're clean. Stop it. She's like, oh, she juked you. What do you messed up the whole bed over here. What's going on with everybody? Everyone's just revolting. First couple weeks, right, Zoe?
First week and a half.
First week and a half.
Almost 2 weeks.
Everyone's doing really good. Yes. We thought you were gonna be the rambunctious one.
I feel like a lot of people are gonna be like, kind of laugh at me a little bit, but you know, you get this fear established in your mind.
I feel like I have to censor those now. Jeez.
I can't help it.
Jeez.
I'm feeding a baby.
No, I was just joking.
She was such a good baby, and I think that we kind of just, you know, having my sister have her baby first, I think actually helped me a lot too, because a lot of things that I have questions about, I'm like, hey, have you experienced this yet? And I have so many friends that have kids. I had a moment yesterday where I just didn't feel like a good mom, but
With the blowout?
just, I don't know.
For those people who are curious, I saw comments, what was a nuclear blowout? It's just where poo just flies everywhere.
No, a little incorrect.
No, it's just like upper
It's
stomach.
not that poo flies everywhere, it just
Goes,
it goes everywhere.
It goes, okay, it flies everywhere. It goes all the way up her stomach, all the way up her back. It's called a nuclear blowout. I'm just gonna call it that. I don't know if that's the technical term.
named it a nuclear
I'm gonna dub it that, and I know. Anyway,
Wow, you guys.
on that note, I'm gonna eat some pizza. Don't forget to subscribe, click that notification bell. And wanna say goodnight?
Is she awake?
Yeah, she's up. She's like good,
Hi,
giggling around.
baby.
Say goodnight. That was goodnight in Remy terms. All right, see you guys. Bye.